Alrighty. Howdy. My name's John Dvorak.
What's up, John?
We all know that cannabis is a great plant with many uses, but there's so much more that we need to learn. That's why I want students and teachers here today to incorporate the cannabis curriculum into your academic endeavors. Doesn't matter what class you're taking, what subject, you can do a term paper, research project, book report. Do it on cannabis, hemp, and prohibition. If you're studying the environment, industrial hemp is one of the greenest things out there. Prove that making ethanol and biodiesel from hemp is more efficient than using corn. Learn how you can make biodegradable plastic and high-strength composites out of hemp. Engineering students, develop machinery for harvesting and processing hemp. Chemistry students, analyze the high cellulose content in hemp stalk or study the cannabinoids found in the flowers. Study the economics of hemp. Show how hemp can revitalize America's farming communities. If farmers could grow hemp, grow and produce their own food, fuel, and building materials, they would become more self-sufficient as money is spent over and over again locally and the multiplier effect kicks in. Study that. Calculate how much money is wasted each year by arresting over 700,000 Americans for possessing marijuana. Modern pharmaceuticals cost millions to develop while you can grow marijuana in your backyard. How much could be saved if people just used cannabis? Do some economic research on that. Publish it. Some claim that marijuana is a gateway to addiction. Actually, cannabis is proving to be a gateway away from alcohol, a gateway away from tobacco, and a gateway away from other debilitating drugs. Document this and we can show the powers that be that medical marijuana is a good thing. Sociology students, examine the direct correlation between prohibition and the thousands of gang-related murders each year in Mexico and America. If you're an architect, design a house made out of hemp. You can make a hemp house. Use hemp concrete, hemp particle board, hemp composite shingles, and hemp insulation. You can even heat your house with hemp seed oil, biodiesel, or hemp wood pellets. So start building your hemp house of the future today. Nutritionists, study how healthy the humble hemp seed is. Hemp is a new superfood. It's high in protein, high in fiber, and high in essential fatty acids. It's also cholesterol-free and gluten-free. Why are so many people allergic to peanuts or they're lactose intolerant, but no one is allergic to hemp foods? Figure that out. Why is that? Students studying to be doctors and nurses document why cannabis is the safest and most therapeutic medicine known to man. And you know you don't have to smoke marijuana to gain its therapeutic benefits. You can vaporize it. You can eat it. You can use it as an ointment. Determine which delivery system works best for different ailments. Study why cannabis is one of the best treatments for post-traumatic stress disorder. Our veterans need medical marijuana now more than ever. So if you care about our veterans, and I know you do, tell your doctors and the powers that be that they need it. For your next history project, compare alcohol prohibition to cannabis prohibition. There's so many different studies you can do, any subject you're in. Journalism majors, write articles for your school papers, make a documentary. We need to open the debate if we want to reverse over 70 years of reefer madness and government propaganda. Archaeology students, dig into the history of hemp. 200 years ago, just across the street at the public garden, there were several rope walks where they produced a hemp rope for the sailing ships of the day. Find evidence of that. Theater students, how about producing a hemp musical? There's a great new show called the Caitlin County Hemp Wars that you should perform at your school. It's a story about a family trying to save their farm by growing hemp, and the music and lyrics are tremendous. Now the cannabis curriculum is not just for students. If you work at a teaching hospital or a company that does research and development, apply for a grant and have our government pay for your research into this great plant. How awesome would that be? And if you send me your research, I'll add it to the Cannabis Curriculum Clearinghouse so that other people can access your research and we can educate everybody about this. Another thing you can do is join the Students for Sensible Drug Policy, or start a chapter at your school. SSDP is doing great work, but they need you to take the reform movement to the next level. Or you can ask me to come to your school. I'll come to your school, I'll bring my traveling hemp museum, and I'll give you a lot more ideas about how you can incorporate the cannabis curriculum into your academic studies. Keep up the fight, and peace!
Go to Nashville. Yeah, go to Nashville. Game contract.